Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. I had to look, do all these. I do all these updates all at one time, so I do them 3 in a row. But I release them separately because I don't want to overload everybody with a bunch of videos all at once. So I usually put this one in the morning. I do it the day before, and that's why you probably see me wearing the same shirt. I'm not wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row. Just an FYI. But let's go over it. I'll give you my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. And here we go. So this is a monster move. We've broken out of this like barrel pattern. Usually these things break and run for a while. I believe this is similar to the pattern that Jesse Livermore, the barrel pattern. If you guys want to look that up, Jesse Livermore, I think it's called barrel pattern. It comes in like this barrel here, and then it breaks and runs. We do have a lot of volatility here. We massively broke to like over 130 and came back down. The momentum is coming back down. This is a difficult read because momentum's coming back down. That is a fact. Where this thing goes next, I'm not going to even try to predict it. What I'm going to do is just hold on to my shares. This is going to be a wild ride. Let's see what tomorrow brings us. Natural gas, feeling a little bit of a pullback here today. It's still looking good. We're still above all of these long-term resistance support lines. So we went through the resistance line like a hot knife through butter, did a retest, and now we're starting to calm down on top of it. XOP. Yeah, XOP, you know me. I don't know, I had to do that. Moving on up to this resistance area here. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do there. I meant to grab this line and do a little bit of extensione. We hit our head on it. What is that white line? The white line is this guy kind of running through the top here. We're trying to break through that. And then I think we could see a big run. SM Energy up 2%. This is on top of the world, so to speak, on top of this support resistance area. There's resistance up here. We're still got a couple sellers hanging on. Well, not hanging on to their shares, I should say. And they're still selling a little bit. CDEV's in the same situation. We're right above the resistance support line. A little bit of selling pressure, keeping this contained. Otherwise, it's going to run like a cheetah. So those cheetahs are resting. They're resting. And Crew Energy is right at the top of its resistance line as well. It is a resting cheetah. It will break. And another one resting and at its resistance support line, Callum Petroleum's doing the same thing as the rest. So these are big, long patterns. They're massive in resistance. Once we break through them, we'll start running like Athabasca Oil is. So Athabasca Oil, remember, I drew this in here, this resistance line. You can tell it's resistance. We hit our head on it. We pulled back, put in a bullish engulfing, and a bullish engulfing means we are going higher. If the price of oil goes higher, I think this thing could be a cheetah in the making. I'm going to take it off log. I'm going to zoom out. And what's happening here is that we came up into this resistance. There's a little bit of resistance here, here, and here. And we came up, we hit our head on it. And let me get this. I'm going to get this line out of here, guys, so you guys can see. There we go. We hit our head on it. This is a monthly candlestick. We're breaking through it. And then on a big long-term picture, guys, there isn't much resistance till 567, somewhere in that range. We could jump to 567 pretty quick. Does that mean that I jump on this and put all my money in it? No. But if you are smart and you position size it correctly, you may consider this not a chasing move, but there's the possibility that this does relax here, that those sellers haven't sold out yet. We could see a return move back to $1.70. How would I play this if you want to be in it and you're not in it? I would cost average it. That's how I would play it if you guys want to partake in Athabasca Oil. I'm already in it, so I'm riding it. I'm not selling. I'm not doing anything. You're not getting my shares. Sorry. But the way that I would do this, if I wasn't in it and I wanted to be in it, I would buy a little bit, and then I would wait I would buy it in like 4 tranches or 3 tranches or something like that. A tranche is like one purchasing thing. So it'd be 3 buying purchases. A third, a third, a third, or a fourth, a fourth, a fourth. Buy a little bit, wait for a pullback. If it doesn't pull back, you're in it. Add into strength. If it pulls back, buy into weakness above the support line. That's how I would play it. Not saying that's the best thing I would do. I usually don't chase things that have gone in this vertical that fast. That's out of my realm. I usually don't chase, but if I were to, that's how I would do it. Recaf getting a little bit of selling pressure. This is a exploration company. It moves on its own time. It is a diva. So, you know, we could head lower. We could go higher. We'll see what it releases. Crescent Point Energy, this guy has slowed down. We had a nice big move right up to this resistance line. After the resistance line, we're still getting a little bit of resistance. That's where we're at. We have a lot of buying and selling pressure that's occurred in this area. Those guys, when you go back through it, it wants to get stuck there, and it's getting a little bit stuck. It doesn't mean it will underperform forever. What it means is that you're stuck. You're getting through this mud, and when you get through the mud, you can run up to this other level up here, and then you get past that, and it wants to run again. Northern Oil and Gas, it is also getting a little bit stuck in the mud here. A little bit of a down day, a little bit of wick at the top. Still looks fantastic. We're above all of the resistance lines, these big old resistance lines. However, log or non-logarithmic, I've got the booty bottom in there, the boom boom. So it's a boom and booty. For some part. I mean, you probably could draw it from over here and maybe not all the way over there. I kind of drew it. It's a loose booty drawing. GTE, go big dog. Sorry, 16.34%. Holy moly, I didn't even look at this, guys. Well, I own GTE. I'm a long-term holder. I don't even look at some of these. This is my other account. I said it was running to $2 after this big break. I said, hold on, let it make you money. It is making us money. We entered this stock, I did at least, a couple of times. I entered it at 34 cents to be exact, and I entered it again. I don't remember where. I know I got it at 34. I think it was 34 cents where I released it to the channel as one of the picks. We're looking at like $2 is the next kind of big resistance area. And how I'm doing that is I'm looking at this going across and saying it's about $2. We had a lot of contact points. So I think that we're probably going to hit the $2 mark soon. And, you know, we'll get up there. This finished strong too, guys. This looks really good. Tellurian, another one that I really like. This is another channel pick. This pick is breaking out of its downtrend line. What would I do here? Well, if you're not in it, I mean, that's up to you on what you want to do. But I would definitely not be selling it. I would not even think about that. And the reason is we break out of here, which we're breaking. We're breaking this downtrend line. When we back out, we've got a nice, good kind of runway room where the next big resistance level is at $16. Are we going to get there? I mean, look what happened last in 2016. We went from $126 to $21 in a few months. So we could do the same thing here very easily, very easily. So I would be holding on. Pedevco, my goodness, Pedevco, what do we have here? Well, obviously it's on the PEDs, performance enhancing drugs today, because it's 27% up. We obviously knew on the Finding Value channel that Pedevco was a good one. I bought it here. Yeah, thank you. Pat myself on the back. I circled it. So I said, bullish engulfing pattern it was a little over $1. And I said, right here, this is where I'm buying it. It's at support. This thing has the room to run when it breaks out of this pattern. And what are we doing? We are breaking out of the pattern. We've got a nice big update today. It is running. It's on cheetah mode. Do I chase it here? I don't know, guys. I already purchased my shares. I'm in it, and I'm in it to win it. So I'm holding on. I don't have much advice. No advice there. No really opinion there either. Oasis Petroleum breaking to the upside. Look at that. 5.5%. Some of these are on the PEDs, the performance enhancing drugs. CRK is moving on higher. I said I would be a buyer down here. That's where I would be buying in this support region. What happened? I'll say 730 to 990 in no time. You buy when you're on support. You're buying when the cheetah's resting. And this is a breakout backtest. This is a backtest. This is what I do. I buy the backtest. SD getting a little bit of resistance up here. Little bloody nose, guys. Little bloody nose. Big old candlestick. Little bloody nose there. Not surprising. We've seen this before. And if you guys call it a bloody nose, well, now, welcome to the channel. This is the bloody nose channel. This usually resolves itself to the upside. REI, Ring Energy, another one that I think might perform quite well. Why do I think that? Because you got all this resistance here. What happens is you rest under this resistance and then you break. It's like, I don't know, it's like it stole something and it's breaking. This right here, this arrow, is where I think it will eventually go and probably go higher than this. So this has a lot of upside potential. This is one that I bought down here when it was in the corner of this pattern down here in this bullish engulfing. So I would have been a buyer here, here, and I like how this entire area, big buying pressure, small selling pressure, right into a bullish engulfing. I'm like, perfect. El Dante, ready to go. So that one looks good. Surge Energy, this guy's surging higher. Another one that I purchased. I purchased it down here, maybe? I don't know. I purchased it somewhere. It was before the break, that's for sure. And then I purchased it again up here. This was in a different account. That was in my account I always forget about and I never look at. This thing's rocketing higher. It is coming to a little bit of resistance on that side. Looking at a logarithmic, we've broken out of the tops here and are running. This is in full cheetah mode. Remember, I said the cheetah was resting up here. It's in full cheetah mode. Tamarack Valley Energy continues to move higher, looks good. And Crescent Energy doesn't look bad either. I've added this back in because we're starting to get a pattern that we can actually look at. I don't share some of these things because there's nothing to share if you have no chart, because this one was bought out. This is our Contango shares. So it looks good. Let's go to the energy service companies. These things are insane. Massive move today. 8%. 8%. My 401k loves it. It does. It really loved it. Breakout. We could move higher here. Definitely. The dailies, we got a little wick at the top. Big volume. People are liking their energy service companies. Good thing we got in before they did. The party's getting kind of crowded in here, guys. I'll tell you that. We've had some pretty big moves. Would I be selling anything? No. I'm going to let this thing become a raging party, and I'm just going to hold on. And I'm going to enjoy the party. We are getting a little bit of wicks at the top. It means that, there's a little bit of buyers are coming in, a little bit of resistance. Doesn't mean we're going straight down, but we could pull back in some of them. We've had a monster run, guys. These things have had monster runs, and we're starting to see these little wicks at the top. It means that it trades up, comes back where the momentum is coming back. It doesn't mean that we're at a short-term peak, although it could. We're only looking at probabilities. So we got this big break. Usually they like to do a return move. Usually. You shouldn't be scared. You should be looking at buying, in my opinion, at myself, buying the return move. And that's usually what I do. So you get a breakout, you get a little bit of a return move, you buy a little bit more, and then you ride it higher. Pump getting pumped up. This thing's already broken out. I know this one. This isn't the donations portfolio. All these are. Rig and Pump and Tidewater is. This thing's been breaking, it's breaking higher. It's moving. Looks really good. It does have a little wick at the top. I think we might do a little bit of a resting period soon. EXTN, moving on higher, getting a little bit of a small update with momentum coming back down. Valeris moving on up. It has a wick at the top. We're starting to see these wicks at the top. They might get a little bit of a sideways move before heading higher again. This guy's getting a little bit tired, but you know what? I would still buy it down here for sure. Let's look for the bootiness. It doesn't really have a good booty on this one, but what I will say is on a logarithmic, we're breaking to the upside. I would be an accumulator in MMA offshore here. This is a prelude to another big move to the upside. I'm going to put this here. It may go sideways longer, but the buyers are there. You can see it in the volume and the big candlesticks and the small pullbacks. You can see it. And this thing's ready to go. It is ready to go. So that looks good. Tidewater, TDW. W. Moving on higher, looks good. Nice. This one, MMA offshore, is like right here. It's in this consolidation period before it breaks. MMA offshore is. Tidewater already went through this process and is breaking to the upside. NEX, another one that's just massively on PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, just been moving higher massively and very quickly. KLXC, this one will reach, I think, probably $18 quite quickly. Does it mean that we won't have a small little pullback? We could have a small little pullback here, guys. Don't worry. It'll work its way higher. This one has a lot of potential from bottom to top. This was a very good find, whoever was buying this. I didn't see this one. If I had saw in this one, or have seen in this one, I would have purchased it for sure. CHX, another one, looking quite good. It's right there trying to break its pattern. This guy will break, probably do a return move and then break higher. Cactus Energy, another one we've been following. I said, hey, it's broken this. It's ready to run. I've got the nice little arrow up there. It is running like Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump running. Now, 9 is a special person here. I said that we were going to see about $4 in a heartbeat. I didn't think it would do it in one day, guys. I don't have that. I am not a stock forecaster, okay? I just get lucky sometimes. But it had a massive move here. In one day, it's up 100%. And it was up over 100%. So that's a nice, cool little move. OII, another one that looks like it's breaking its downtrend line. I purchased it in here in the donations portfolio, fully disclosed it to everybody, and it's now broken to the upside. If we get a return move, who cares? I would buy the return move on a pullback. The big trends or the big patterns are breaking. Everything looks very good. Mucho bueno. Noble moving on up. It's got a pretty big move off there. We could see a little bit of a return move with this wick at the top. But again, if oil moves higher, these could move higher with it. Helix Energy Solutions. This is one I bought. Actually, I bought it down here and over here. I bought it multiple times in this general vicinity. I can't remember exactly where. But this is breaking to the upside. This looks good, 11.5% a day. On a big long-term perspective, guys, we break this downtrend line, you're going to get another big break. This guy's got a lot of potential. CGGYY, another company. Now, I'm going to take it off log. What we're going to do is we're going to search for a booty here. And what do we got here, guys? We got the booty. The booty is speaking to us. There's our booty. This is where I like to buy. I purchased right on this bottom here. This is one of Trader Ferg's, I think, Fader. It's one of his more well-liked companies. But this one is putting in the bottom. You can see that little booty coming up. Once it breaks this booty, we're going to have some fun, guys. We're going to have some fun with this bottom of the booty here. But that's what I've got for today. Oh, we'll go over some coal real quick. I've been putting coal in here too. New Hope Corporation's been moving higher. It's broken its downtrend. Looks fantastic. BTU getting a little bit of a sell-off today, 16.5%. Let's dive in there. It's doing a back test of this. So we got a little bit of a back test going on. China Shenhua Energy, this guy on a long-term perspective, I think it's broken its downtrend. I think this is the one that's broken the downtrend. Oh, it's got the booty bottom. Yeah, this one. There's your booty bottom, guys, and it's about to break. You got to get a little bit of resistance there, and then we'll break and put in a bottom. This one, I don't know if it has as much leverage to the move, but Yancoal was one I said down here. I said this one looks fantastic to move, guys. This is your booty bottom, a massive booty bottom. Yancoal has a long way to run higher, and then even on top of it could potentially run on top of it. From a technical perspective, here's your booty bottom. You can draw it across this way. You can also draw it across that way. It doesn't really matter which way you draw it, but this guy's right at resistance. That'll break, and it will make you lots of money probably. And Thungala continues to move higher, up 4.5%. That one looks good as well. So the energy sector, I mean, the energy service sector was crazy today. Absolutely crazy. What I hope that you guys can learn from the channel is that you can buy it before it. You can recognize the patterns and buy before the breaks. I'll go over some ones that I think are good for potential investment opportunities, but I'll probably put it on the website that I'm building. I'm going to hide some of this stuff. I'm not going to share everything for free. I'm sorry. I'm trying to transition from maybe my current work to something else, like running this channel and also a website. So I have to get paid somehow. I'm adding, I think, tremendous value for everyone who's on this channel. I've been very open with sharing lots of picks. I don't think anyone else has been this open. So I'm going to try to make a run at it myself, you know, for whatever reason. Hopefully it works good. And you'll get tremendous value out of the website. Give me a thumbs up. I'll put the website down below in the description link. It's not ready yet. I'm still building it, but it will be here soon. If you guys like the content, subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe. And thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.